study the problem of school closings. And what we found was that it was never an education plan. In Chicago, it's a real estate plan. The Civic Committee of the Commercial Club of the City of Chicago has had their hands in education business for over 100 years. And whatever policies suit them and make them happy is what they push forward. What they've done is set the agenda for what schooling should look like, and it's always followed an industrial model. The problem is, we are in times when people who believe that the market is always right, no matter what the evidence is, 2008, crash, doesn't matter what the evidence is, but the market always has a solution for the problem. Now the problem with that is that when you look at market solutions for schooling problems, and certainly for publicly funded public education, then what you start looking at is that you raise up the level of the individual. So it's just what my individual kid needs. Not what's good for kids, but what my kid needs. So then they come up with the idea of choice, but they get to set what the choices are. So the choice is never having a high quality public school in your neighborhood. I remember I left Chicago in 1970. I came home in 83. I happened to run into a classmate of mine around 1987 or 89, and he said, you know, remember when we could just go to our neighborhood school? You know, I've got my 3 kids and I'm trying to figure out where they should go to school. And the idea that he put his children, they were boys, in a private school for elementary school, and then was able to get them in one of the selective enrollment schools for high school, was interesting to me, because our school, Kenwood, had actually been built and opened because Hyde Park High School had gotten so quote-unquote bad in the 60s. So the process of opening and closing and changing schools is not anything new. It's just how it's been done. So in looking at what's really going on, the real problem we face are the narratives. The real problem we face are the lies that are told that subvert real education.
Yeah.
The lies are done with statistics. Here's my favorite latest lie. So this year they decided we're going to close schools, but this year we're going to close schools for underutilization. Now, never mind the fact that they created the problem of underutilization by closing other schools and opening charter schools. Never mind that. We always tend to punish the people who were supposed to be the beneficiaries of the policy. So they said from 2000 to 2010, Chicago Public Schools lost 145,000 children. School-age children.
Wow.
That was reported all over the newspapers. All over. They're still using that number, 145,000. So let's unpack the number. The number came from the census from 2000 to 2010. And they used ages 0 to 19. Now, what's wrong with this picture to begin with?